My name is Tanny, and this happened when I was 17 years old. I live in a large gated apartment complex. Back then, I had a pretty simple routine. I owned a white Spitz dog, and sometimes I would take him outside late at night so he could do his business. Since our complex always felt safe, I never thought much about it. One night, around midnight, I was on the phone with my friend, who I'll call Priya. She was also 17 and lived in the same complex. Since we were both awake, we decided to meet up and walk around for a little while. Our homes were located near the center of the complex. From my building, there was a long path that stretched straight ahead. At the end of it, the road turned right into a long, dimly lit area that ended in a dead end. The dead end was blocked off by a blue corrugated metal sheet, and behind it was a large empty lot. So Priya and I walked in that direction. Just two teenage girls talking quietly while my dog trotted beside me, sniffing around like normal. Then, I saw her. There was a woman standing near the blue metal sheet. She was wearing a dark green dress, and her hair was tied into a loose, uneven bun. But the thing that caught my attention immediately was her eyes. They were wide open. She wasn't blinking. She just stood there with her legs slightly apart, staring directly at us. In one hand, she held a small black plastic bag. At first, we thought maybe she was lost, or maybe she needed help, but my dog seemed to know better. He suddenly started whining. Then he began pulling hard on the leash, trying to drag me away from her. A few seconds later, the woman started speaking, but it wasn't English. It was some kind of rhythmic, guttural language I had never heard before. And while she spoke, she kept giggling softly to herself. Then she started moving her hands in these strange, exaggerated motions, almost like an actor performing on stage. That's when Priya and I realized this wasn't just some weird encounter. Something was seriously wrong. We turned around and started walking back as fast as we could. By then, my dog had completely panicked. He was growling and snapping behind us while pulling hard against the leash. Then we heard footsteps slapping against the pavement. She was following us, and she wasn't just walking. She was moving in this frantic, unnatural way, much faster than I expected someone dressed like that to move. Priya and I immediately started running. In the chaos, I lost my grip on my dog's leash. Thankfully, he knew the way home. He bolted toward my building gate, barking wildly, while Priya and I ran after him. At one point, I made the mistake of looking back. I wish I hadn't. The woman was sprinting after us, holding part of her dress up so she wouldn't trip. Her eyes were still locked onto us, and she was still muttering in that same strange language while laughing under her breath. Then she threw the black plastic bag at us. Luckily, we had already gotten far enough away. The bag slammed onto the asphalt behind us. We didn't stop running. We ran straight to the security booth. My dad was one of the people in charge of the complex, so the guards took us seriously immediately. One of them grabbed a large baton and headed toward the dead end to search the area, but the woman was gone. They checked the entire stretch near the blue metal sheet. Nothing. No woman, no footsteps, no sign that anyone had been there at all. But the worst part came the next day. Priya had seen the bag more clearly than I had. She told me what was inside it. Pieces of flesh and fur. She couldn't tell what kind of animal it came from. I'm 20 years old now, and Priya and I still live in that same complex. Neither of us go anywhere near that dead end after dark. Even now, we still don't know who that woman was, or what she was waiting for near those blue metal sheets.